tournament last year at Russellville High when the Panthers knocked out the top-seeded Wildcats in a stunning loss after Franklin Simpson went undefeated in district play during the regular season. After the game, we got to talk with head coach Dee Spencer of the Wildcats, and he said his team had until midnight to celebrate the win, and then they immediately had to flip the switch. And the reason for that is because tonight, back-to-back nights, Franklin Simpson has another tall task in the region. This time, they go against the team that knocked them out of the district tournament last year to the perennial region champions. 3 years running, they're the favorites to do it again. The Warren Central Dragons, who here on Tim Riley Court welcome Franklin Simpson for a fourth region matchup. The Dragons ranked number 11 in the state coming into tonight. I'm Tyler Eaton. Thank you for joining us. Tavius Bad unable to join us for this one tonight as the Wildcats now 4-8 on the season, 1-0 in 13th district play, looking to snap a 7-game losing streak to these Warren Central Dragons, their last win back in 2017 here at Warren Central High. The Dragons come in at 12-1 on the season. They're 2-0 in the 14th district. They've won 8 straight overall, with the latest a 62-52 win over Greenwood on Thursday. And they're gearing up for what are the two biggest regular season games in this region every year, albeit they've proven not to matter much with the results of the district tournament and the region tournament. But it'll be Warren Central, Bowling Green, the two top teams in the region. They're facing off on Friday. That's a road game for Warren Central. Perhaps their eyes set forward tonight as the Wildcats come in and try to play spoiler against the Dragons team that, against other teams in this region, has been absolutely untouchable. If you go back the last 4 seasons, Warren Central 17-1 against Region 4 teams not from their 14th district. The lone loss at Russell County last year, and that was a game in which they didn't have their best player, son of the head coach, Cade Unsold, who is now at Western Kentucky, and quite frankly just didn't play very well at all. Didn't have too much of identity without Cade Unsold. And if you go back to last year, just a few games after that Russell County loss, Franklin Simpson hosted Warren Central, and the Wildcats gave the Dragons, without Unsold, everything they could handle, and then some. Led the game for most of the way before falling 67-65. The Wildcats shot 49% from the field, went 20 for 22 at the free throw line, but Warren Central won the rebound battle 32-21. Took 13 more shots, and while there are a lot of new pieces to this team from last year's region championship squad, how they want to win games is pretty much exactly the same. They are one of the best rebounding teams in the state, averaging 37 rebounds per night. That is good for 9th in the state of Kentucky. They're 33rd in scoring, 9th in terms of scoring defense. But the standout statistic, the three-point shooting for these Dragons that shoot it at 42% as a team. That's top 10 in the state, as are their 9.3 three-point makes per game, ranking 7th in the state of Kentucky. The good news for Franklin Simpson, while we can rattle off those numbers, the Wildcats played a South Warren team that was top 20 in three-pointers made and three-point percentage last week. The Spartans winning that game on their home floor against Franklin Simpson, but the Wildcats held South Warren to a 5 for 14 performance from three-point range, ultimately falling 63-49. But that was a game the Cats trailed just 21-20 at halftime. We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll take a look back at last night's win. More to this Warren Central team. It's Franklin Simpson, it's Warren Central here at Tim Riley Court for a boys-only matchup. Wildcats, Dragons. Our pregame show rolls on after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Special is that we look for the story when it comes to our customers.
Just listening to them, talking to them, figuring out a little bit about their background. A larger bank is not going to ask you those questions to figure out the end goal for you.
We stuck with Franklin Bank and Trust for over 10 years, easily because of the service.
I like to think of us more than just checking accounts and loans and things, but dreams and goals and aspirations is what we're trying to help people reach.
Franklin Bank and Trust, hometown banking at its best.
Back with you here at Warren Central High School as we're about 5 minutes out from the starting lineups being announced for this boys-only matchup between Franklin Simpson and the Dragons of Warren Central. I'm Tyler Eaton. Thank you for joining us here on WFKN. As the Lady Cats not in action tonight, they'll next be in action Friday morning, bright and early, 9 a.m. up at the Owensboro Sports Center as they open play at the Kentucky 2A State Tournament. We'll be on the air with that game for you. 8:45. Set the alarms. Be up early with us as the Lady Cats, after falling in the opening round of that 2A state championship a couple of years ago, last year made it all the way to the final before dropping what was their first loss of the season after a 16-0 start to Boyd County in the championship game. A chance at redemption this year. I've said it multiple times over the course of this season. There are two goals, two destinations this team wanted to get to. The first one of those, Owensboro. The second one, obviously, Lexington for the Kentucky State Tournament. That's a place that Warren Central very familiar with. They're the three-time reigning 4th region champions. They won it 7 times under 14th-year head coach William Unsold, and that's after all the success they had under Tim Riley, who this court is named after. Unsold and Coach D. Spencer for Franklin Simpson, the two longest tenured in terms of active tenure coaches in this region. We saw Phil Todd last night for Russellville, who's been with the Panthers for 3 years now, but was with them back from 1990 to 2004. So if you add it all up, you can have some debate. If you look at active tenures, though, Coach Spencer in his 13th year here at Franklin Simpson, Coach Unsold in his 14th season at Warren Central. When these two have faced off with Coach Unsold at the helm for the Dragons, 11-2. Warren Central has the edge. Franklin Simpson's wins coming in 2016 and 2017, but Warren Central got the Wildcats back in 2016 when they knocked them out of the 4th region tournament. But the Wildcats coming in with some momentum. They've found their strike from deep. They made 5 or more threes in just 2 of their first 8 games. They've hit that number now in the last 4 straight, making a season-high 8 threes for the 3rd time this year. In their win against Russellville last night, they had 4 threes in the opening quarter of that game, 3 of them coming from Alan Johnson, the junior off the bench who has provided a great spark for Franklin Simpson from outside in particular. Senior Alan Johnson. He's made 3 threes for Franklin Simpson now in back-to-back games and has continued to be their best shooter in terms of volume from outside with 18 makes on the year. Ja'Kai Pardinger hit 2 threes for a 2nd straight game after he hit just 4 in the first 10 games. So again, to put that in perspective, 2 games for Ja'Kai Pardinger combined, he makes 4 threes. The first 10 games of the season combined, he made just 4 threes, and he's really kicked it into gear over the last 4 games. He scored 15 plus. He scored exactly 15 in that game against Russellville. Over that stretch of 4, averaging 15.5 points per game. He's made 5 3-pointers at a 29% rate. He's 11 for 15 at the free throw line, and he's gone 10 for 11 over the last 2, compared to his first 8 games of the year where he shot just 3 for 22 from outside and 10 for 22, good for 45% at the charity stripe. Cam Ray matched Ja'Kai with 15 points in that ball game for his 5th double-digit performance in 8 games this year, doing so after scoring just 8 combined in the last 2 games before last night. 11 of his 15 came in the 4th quarter when he, Ja'Kai, and Cole Scherer scored every single point for Franklin Simpson as they outscored Russellville 18-13 to close out that game. Cole scored 7 for the night in total, 5 in that 4th quarter. And we can't forget Brody McAllister, our player of the game, had a season-high 7 off the bench and had the task of taking on star Tutu McKays for Russellville one-on-one in that 4th quarter. Tutu averaging 21 points per game, had 18 points through 3 quarters, but only scored 3 in that final quarter, matched up against Brody. Wildcats are going to be facing off another elite scorer tonight for Warren Central, Robert Ant McAfee. It's not a familiar name because he's new to this team after spending last year still in Bowling Green, but with Legacy Christian Academy, where he led them to a Kentucky Christian Academy state championship, was the MVP of that state tournament. He came out to start this year with just a 2-point performance against Owensboro. Since then, he scored at least 20 points 9 times in the last 12 games, a season high of 29. He's done that multiple times. He's made 6 3-pointers 4 times. And as a player that's averaging 3.8 3-pointers made per game, which is good for 6th in the state of Kentucky at a 46% clip from outside, he's done it all standing at 6'5". Add it all up, and it's pretty clear, while Mr. McAfee, who goes by Ant, that's what we'll refer to him as throughout this broadcast, it's pretty easy to understand why he's already got a commitment to go play his college basketball at Bellarmine. He is the main forward to look at for this Warren Central team that is so good on the boards, 37 per game as a team. Franklin Simpson averaging just 24 per game. They're going to have to find a way to compete tonight. National anthem on the way, so we'll step away. Starting lineups and tip-off on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Join us for a magical day at the FSHS Princess Tea on February 15th. Meet your favorite princesses and beloved Disney characters in person. Each ticket comes with a special princess swag bag filled with enchanting surprises. And that's not all. Your ticket includes one free ticket to the FSHS production of The Little Mermaid, an unforgettable experience. Click the QR code now to purchase your tickets today and make memories that will last a lifetime. See you at the Princess Tea.
We talked about Ant McAfee. He's really the lone forward in this athletic lineup. All of them can rebound and all of them can shoot for a team that shoots 42% from three-point range as a team. McAfee joined in the starting lineup by Armani Bird, a sophomore averaging 8 points, 5.8 rebounds per game. He's a 41% shooter from outside, been in double figures 4 times. Jarrett Kirk is the other senior besides McAfee in this starting five, averaging 13 points per game, and he's really run into a hot stretch as of late. He's been in double figures 9 times this year, but done it 5 straight coming into this game, averaging 15 points per game in his 5 games against Region 4 teams, double figures in all of those. Ryan Holbert, a junior, number 13 at guard, sharpshooter from outside. He's made 22 threes per game. That's not the standout number. He's shooting 60% from 3 on those 22 makes from outside. And rounding out the starting five, number 15, another junior, Dominique Anthony, averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds per game. He's been in double figures 3 times this season. For the Wildcats, it's the routine starting five that we've gotten used to this season. They go 3 guards and 2 forwards under 13th year head coach Dee Spencer with 186 wins under his belt at Franklin Simpson. The guards, Cam Ray, Ja'Kai Pardinger, and Jameer Brooks, and the 2 forwards down low, Cole Scherer and Logan Morris. Cam and Kai led the way for Franklin Simpson with 15 points in the win against Russellville. Got them very differently. Ja'Kai had 13 through the first 3 quarters. Cam scored 11 of his 15 in the final quarter. They're both going to have to piece it together for 4 quarters for Franklin Simpson to compete tonight as the Wildcats in their black uniforms win the tip, and we're underway. Morris gets it in the right corner, now gives it to Brooks up top. Jameer averaging 4.5 points per game, but scoreless against Russellville last night. Scherer, top of the key to Brooks in the corner. Kai wraps to get it top of the key and has it there guarded by Ant McAfee. There's your matchup to watch. Kai between the legs dribble, now back to Brooks in that right corner. Ball stuck on the perimeter right now for Franklin Simpson. We played 30 seconds, and I don't know if the Cats have broken the three-point line. Kai does so here, stuck at the free throw line, though, and kicks it out to Scherer. Left elbow, puts it on the floor, nearly has it knocked away by Holbert. Gets it back, sends it right corner. Cam Ray fakes a 3. Gets to the elbow, ducks under, has it blocked from behind, as it was swatted away by Kirk, and Warren Central collects it. Here they come the other way. 50 seconds there used by Franklin Simpson, but no points. McAfee sends it on the entry down low to Kirk, had it knocked away, and it's collected by Brooks. Franklin Simpson with a steal as we're a minute in and scoreless. Ja'Kai Pardinger, left wing, sends it cross court to Ray. Cam averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds per game on the season. Scherer has it in the corner, splits through a double team, but walked as he tried to do so. Could use a big game from Cole here tonight. We keep mentioning this statistic. First 5 games of the year, he's in double figures 4 times. He's been under that 10-point mark the last 6. Though played a good game against Russellville, 7 points. And the game before against South Warren had 10 rebounds. The first Wildcat with double-digit rebounds the last 2 seasons. McAfee up top, sends it over to the right wing, now gets it back off a screen. Drives baseline against Scherer, tries to kick it out up top, and Brooks deflects the pass and steals it away. Jameer all the way to the rim, had it knocked away. Good defensive play by Holbert. Had the size disadvantage, but still got the steal. Coming the other way, left-handed scoop layup, good. And Warren Central scores first with Dominique Anthony in transition. 6:15 left, opening quarter. It's 2-0 Dragons. Ja'Kai Pardinger, left wing, 3 defenders in front of him. Gets it down low to Morris, gets around McAfee, leaves it for Scherer, but McAfee is able to recover, and the Cats have to work it back around the perimeter. Pardinger fakes the 3 on the left wing, now steps back, picked up out there by Holbert, and has to give it up to Scherer. Now right side, Cam Ray. Morris sets a screen on the wing. They switch McAfee onto Ray, and they go down low. Morris looks to go to work with the size mismatch and takes advantage and scores with the right hook from 4 feet out. Tied up at 2, 5:40 left, opening quarter. Logan, averaging 3.5 points, 3 rebounds per game, is playing his best basketball over the last few games after a career high 10 against Greene County. Played well against South Warren, and then had 4.6 rebounds against Russellville. As we get a tie-up up top, McAfee tied up with Cam Bray, and the arrow will keep it with the Dragons. Franklin Simpson scoring 48 points per game, giving up 60.2. Warren Central, I mentioned it, averaging 70 per game. That's 33rd in the state, but just 2 points so far. And they did not play well offensively in their win against Greenwood last week. Still scored 62 points, but just shot it for a team that is so good from outside. 3 for 17 from deep. That's the least threes they've made in a game this season, and that was on their home floor. McAfee wants the first 3 of the game. It's airmailed long. Rebound fought for, but juggling it and falling out of bounds with it is Bird, and Franklin Simpson will get it back, still tied up at 2, 5:15 left in the opening quarter. Dragons have made double-digit threes 7 times this year. They've done so in 3 of their 5 games against region teams. Season high of 13 against Southern High School. But coming off that poor performance against Greenwood, and there the first one from McAfee, such a good shooter at 45%, wasn't even close. Here comes Brooks, wraps on the baseline, sends it outside to Ja'Kai Pardinger. Wants a right corner 3. That one left short, might have been deflected by Holbert. As after the miss, whistle blows. And not sure what happened, but Warren Central is going to inbound it underneath with 4:58 left in the corner. We're still tied up at 2. This game has gone exactly, if you're Franklin Simpson, how you would like it to go so far. Low scoring, grinded out affair. If you're the Cats, you want to milk every second off that clock when you have it offensively. McAfee on the baseline just lost it against Morris. And it goes back to Franklin Simpson. That would be the only thing to point out with McAfee, that despite the height, standing at 6'5", he's not a hugely built player. When he gets to Bellarmine, you got to figure the first priority is going to be putting 15, 20 pounds of muscle on him. Not a traditional post player, and you can tell that by all the three-point shooting. Not just a high percentage player from outside, but 54% of his shots this season have been three-pointers. And hardly gets to the line, as this team doesn't either. Less than 10 free throw attempts per game as a team. Cam Ray has it up top for Franklin Simpson over on the right wing to Ja'Kai Pardinger. 4.5 minutes left in the quarter, lost it up top. Now pulls it back out to the Warren Central logo at half court. Kai sends it left wing to Brooks. No look pass to Morris, couldn't handle it, and it's stolen away by McAfee down low. Leaves it up to Holbert on the left wing. Shovels it into the corner. Quick trigger 3 on the way. That one rattles off, and the rebound is collected by Pardinger. Bird wanted a foul on the three-point try, didn't get it, and here come the Cats the other way. Pardinger to Scherer. He fires up a left wing 3. That one misfired, and it goes out of bounds as Brooks couldn't get the rebound on the baseline to Warren Central. McAllister will check in for the first time for Franklin Simpson. KJ Johnson in for the first time as well for Warren Central. making his first appearance of the year for the Dragons as a junior. As wrapping over to the right side is Holbert. Denies a screen, spins, tries to get baseline, and they'll say that it was knocked down off the leg of Cam Ray. Couldn't tell who last had contact, but if it's off of Cam and will stay with Warren Central. Jalen Bird in the ball game as well. He gets it. Left corner, three-pointer on the way, all the way around and out. And it's rebounded by Franklin Simpson. Bird, the older of the two. There's Armani, the sophomore, in the starting lineup. Then Jalen, the senior, off the bench, averaging 2 per game. McAllister gets it left side, picks up his dribble, now goes to Morris. Cam Ray, left wing, hesitates, drives, goes up between 2 defenders, missed the layup long. Rebound batted, and Cam chases it down right corner, then lost his footing, slipped up, and it's turned over in transition. Warren Central 2-on-1, keeping it himself, missing the layup was Johnson, who could have made the pass. Instead, went all the way to the rim against McAllister. It's well contested, and we're still tied up at 2, 5 minutes into the opening quarter. Great job by Brody. Brooks sealing off a defender in the corner. Now sends it up top, Kai. Thought about stepping into a 3 instead. Gets to his spot, right elbow, Jay. Missed long, and the rebound is pulled down by McAfee. Both teams looking to get going offensively. Left side, Johnson now goes back up top, and they rotate it over to McAfee into the right corner to Jalen Burr. Ball goes baseline, bounce pass. No, it's a travel. Gavin Carter got stuck. It looked like he passed and it was knocked out. Well, it was, but before that, they get a travel as he was caught up on the baseline. And to the surprise, I would say, of most, this high-flying Warren Central offense has looked a lot like what Franklin Simpson did to that high-flying South Warren offense. And each team has scored 2 points, 2.5 minutes left opening quarter. Allen Johnson in for the first time for Franklin Simpson. Logan Morris comes out. Kai gets it up to Scherer to break the Warren Central pressure. They're going to rotate bodies. They're going to pressure you all game long defensively. Ray crossover dribble, gets inside, 4-foot floater, misses short, but he's fouled. And Cam will head to the line for 2 free throws. In that 11-point fourth quarter last night, Cam had 6 free throws, made 4 of them. He's averaging 7 free throw attempts per game, making 73% of his shots at the stripe. And he makes the first of these 2. Didn't just score 15 in that game against Russellville, went a perfect 5 for 5 from the floor after going just 3 for 13 over his last 2 games before that Russellville game. As a second free throw doesn't get a friendly bounce, hit the front of the rim, then the side of it, and fell off that left side. Rebounded by Warren Central, but the Cats lead at 3-2. Right side, nobody picks up Carter. Thought about a 3 instead, sends it right corner. Three-pointer is missed by Johnson. But we get a foul down low against Franklin Simpson, trying to get the rebound.
Foul charge to Franklin Simpson, number 24, Cole Scherer. His first, team's first in the quarter.
First foul against Scherer, first on Franklin Simpson. Been a relatively clean quarter as Jameer comes back in for the Wildcats. Cam Ray out. 2:09 left. Warren Central inbounding underneath their own basket. Johnson looking for an option, getting close to the 5 count, and they're gonna, do they get the call? No, at the very last second, the official by the inbounder Johnson was ready to call the 5-second, but then off the ball at the same time, whistle blows for a foul called on Jameer Brooks. Johnson will try to inbound again. This time gets it in cleanly, but then it's lost off the foot down there by Bird. But they're going to say that after it hit his foot, it hit McAllister before going out of bounds. And with that, Jalen Bird will come out. Isaac Stroh in for the first time. Senior averaging 1.5 points, 2.5 rebounds per game. Central will try the inbound for a 3rd time. Jump ball, it's collected at the top of the key by Kirk. Takes one dribble, now hands it out to Johnson. Sends it over on the left wing. Now they go back down low. Kirk spins away from Scherer and finishes over Johnson. 4-3 Warren Central, 2 minutes left opening quarter. Jarrett Kirk getting involved with the scoring for the first time, trying to keep that streak of 10 or 5 straight double-digit scoring games alive. Here comes McAllister into the front court for Franklin Simpson, bobbles it, trap, splits the double team, sends it over Johnson, left wing 3. That one misses off the left side. Scherer skies in, but has the rebound deflected away, and Warren Central has it coming the other way. Johnson leaves it down low, and hacked as he was going up for the layup is Kirk, so he'll head to the line for 2.
Foul charge to Franklin Simpson, number 0, Jameer Brooks. His second.
And that's the second on Jameer Brooks. Had some foul trouble in that Russellville game last night. Cam Ray, Kamari Phillips will check in for Franklin Simpson after the first free throw, which Kirk makes.
And for the Wildcats, number 1, Cam Ray, number 5.
58% free throw shooter on the season. Only gets to the line 2.8 per game. But that's actually enough attempts per game to lead this Warren Central team that only gets there 9 times as a squad. They make 5.8 of those at 64%. Kirk makes both. It's now 6-3 Dragons on a 4-0 run. All from Kirk. 1:30 left opening quarter. Ray walks it up. It's Cam, Cole, Brody, Kamari, and Allen on the floor. Kamari Phillips gets it on the right side. His floater was open from 5 feet, but rushed it and missed it short. And the rebound is lost out of bounds down there. Kamari did a good job of battling with Stroh, who lost it on the baseline. Wildcats will trigger there. McAllister will be the passer. We'll see if they try to get it to Johnson for a quick 3. Allen sets a screen, flares off another, but can't get open, and it goes to Cam. Now to Johnson, left wing. Dribbles twice, trapped, and had it knocked away, stolen by this Warren Central pressure. Walked up by Gavin Carter, now sends it over on the left wing, and they go up top to Johnson. Back to Carter on the right wing, looks down low, Kirk. Isolated on Scherer, and the layup this time misses long, but he gets his own miss. Has it knocked away down low. Cam, I think, was trying to force the tie-up. It goes out of bounds, and they'll say it was last touched by Kirk.
Warren Central, number 13, Brian Tolbert, and number 15, Dominique Anthony.
Tolbert and Anthony back in for Warren Central as Johnson and Gavin Carter come out. Ja'Kai Partinger will check in for the Wildcats as well with 51 seconds left in the quarter, trailing at 6-3. Defense fantastic so far for the Cats. Just got to find the shot making. Kai and Brody pass it back and forth, trying to break the press. Now it goes to McAllister, back to Kai, and they get it across half court. Kai, leaping pass. Scherer, left side, 16-foot jumper, missed long, but it's rebounded by McAllister off the tip, and Brody puts it back up and in.
Brody McAllister.
Tavius Babb said this multiple times last night. Brody just finds himself right place, right time, but he creates those opportunities for himself. And it's 6-5, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Great entry pass down low to Anthony, then had it swiped away. McAllister couldn't keep it in on the baseline, but he'll stay with the Dragons. 19 and a half seconds left.
30,
Johnson out, Logan Morris in. Holbert will inbound. Does get it in deep on the left wing to Anthony, guarded by Brody. Now right side, Bird. Looks down low, gets it to a leaping Kirk. No look pass down low, finds Holbert, and he's wrapped up and fouled down there with 11 seconds left in the quarter. First foul against Cam. Good foul, takes away what would have been a free bucket. And Holbert will inbound with 11 seconds left. Directing traffic, looking for an option, finally gets it in on the left side. And they set up the offense with Holbert on the right wing. Into the corner, now they go down low. Bird, guarded by Ray, sends it out Holbert, left side, and the clock expires. Nobody from the Warren Central stands counted it down for these Dragons. They never noticed. Nobody looked up at the scoreboard. And at the end of one, the 3-time reigning region champs only have a 1-point lead over Franklin Simpson. Defensive battle doesn't even do it justice. 6-5 our score after 8 minutes from Warren Central High. You're listening to Franklin Simpson basketball on 92.3 WFKN.
Looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
A Warren Central team making 9 3-pointers per game. Doesn't hit one in the opening quarter. They lead it, though, 6-5 after one at home against your Franklin Simpson Wildcats. Cats have possession to start the quarter. Cam Ray has it up top, now sends it over right wing to Ja'Kai Partinger. Still looking for his first bucket coming off a 15-point game against Russellville, which followed a career-high 21 against South Warren the game before. He scored at least 15 in 3 of his last 4 games. Cam also had 15 in that Russellville game. He's going to try a top of the key 3. Missed it long, but Kai skies to get the rebound. Stuck on the baseline, has it knocked away. Hobart goes on the floor to get it. Great hustle play. Another diving effort off the pass to save it by Bird. And here comes Warren Central the other way. For a 12-1 team, they play with great hustle, and that's going to be the case for any Will Unseld coach team. Bird has it on the right wing, now goes up top to Kirk. Left side into the hands of Anthony. Starting 5 on the floor for the Dragons. They go back inside to Kirk. He's been their main offensive force. Lost it on the way up, though. And Partinger has it for Franklin Simpson. Kai behind the back dribble at half court. Now holds it between the circles. Goes to work right side. Pulls right elbow. Mid-range J. Push long. And the rebound is pulled down by Bird. Holbert brings it up, now sends it back to Bird on the right wing. Pulls it over to the corner, guarded by Johnson. Back to Holbert up top. Now they go on the left side. They want to get it to McAfee down low. Entry pass, though, a poor one. McAfee can't reel it in. He's scoreless so far, and Warren Central turns it over. McAfee averaging 21 per game. That's top 50 in the state. 20 or more points 9 times this year. Has been extremely lethal from outside. 6 3-pointers made. That's his season high, and he's done it 4 times. Has not attempted one so far in this game. Ray throws it between the legs of Bird to break the pressure. Gets it back from Kai. Gets inside to Cole. Outside to Ja'Kai Partinger. Left wing triple. Buries it, and the Cats have the lead.
Partinger.
It's been a renaissance of sorts for Kai from outside. Ball goes into the corner for Anthony. Now sends it up top to Kirk. 2 minutes into the second quarter, Cats lead at 8-6. Left corner, Holbert fakes a 3, puts it on the floor baseline, now sends it back outside. Surprised Holbert didn't shoot it. He's a 60% shooter from outside. McAfee right side, forces up an elbow jumper, chased it because he thought he missed it, but he didn't. Tied up at 8, 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Kai gets a screen from Scherer. Now McAfee switches onto him defensively. Puts it on the floor with the right hand. Gets inside, fakes a spin left, kicks it out Cam Ray. He wants a right corner 3. Missed it long, rebound batted around, and it's pulled down by Bird. Here come the Dragons in transition. Holbert, Bird, right side. Gets all the way to the elbow, tried to slam it home over Morris. Got caught on the rim, but they get Logan for a blocking foul. It'll be 2 free throws for Armani Bird.
30, Logan Morris. His first, team's first of the quarter. Armani Bird at the line.
Bird averaging nearly 9 points per game on the season. Makes the first of these 2 free throws. One of the highlight reel play there. Morris wasn't going to let it happen. 55% shooter from the floor for a team that shoots it at 52% as a team. That's top 12 in the state. Second free throw is good. And the Dragons have retaken the lead at 10-8. 3 minutes gone, second quarter. Partinger walks it up, sends it over to Cam. Wildcats still yet to break this pressure and get it across half court. Now they finally do to Kai on the left wing. Brings it over to the left side, cross-court pass to McAllister, now into the corner, Morris. He tries a triple, but it's blocked, and then the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Warren Central. 4:45 left. Initially, Brody looked like he was going to inbound. Instead, it'll be Cam Ray. Guarding the inbound of the long arms of Bird. Goes into the corner, McAllister. Double team, had to pick up his dribble and walked with it. Had to split through that double team, but collided with the body of Anthony and couldn't get through. So the turnover gives it back to Warren Central, their lead at 2. Holbert brings it up, guarded by Ray. Deep right wing, now sends it over into the corner to Anthony. Checks his options. They want to get it to McAfee down low. Instead, it goes top of the key to Kirk. Sends it left corner, Bird pulls. Left wing jumper, that one misses. Rebound deflected. Morris up with it for Franklin Simpson. He's fouled down low by Anthony.
Foul charge to Warren Central, number 15, Dominique Anthony. His first, team's first of the quarter.
And I said that first shot of the quarter was made by McAfee. That was actually Bird that made it. He's got all 4 in the quarter for Warren Central, and McAfee's yet to score. Kai gets a pass as he was running past half court. The Cats were already in the front court. Was nearly a backcourt violation. Was able to control it, and then he gets it to Brody McAllister, and Brody swishes a 3. He's got a team-high 5. It's 11-10 Franklin Simpson. Brody 2 points away from matching the season high that he had last night. McAfee up top, fakes a 3, gets inside, leaves it on the baseline. Bird wants another jumper. This one missed long. Rebounded by Kai, but a foul called on the floor against Franklin Simpson. They get it on Brody. Coach Spencer can't believe it. It's the first against Brody, as Johnson will come back in for Warren Central. As well as Gavin Carter. Holbert to inbound. Comes in on the baseline to McAfee. To Johnson, and they rotate it all the way around. Now back to McAfee. Right side, fires up a 3. That one misses long. Ray tips the rebound. And we're going to get another foul on the floor against Franklin Simpson. Again, Coach Spencer wants an explanation. That one against Scherer, and that's his second. 2 on Cole, 2 on Jameer Brooks. I don't know if Franklin Simpson can afford to take him out of the game, though. And for now, they won't. 3:42 left before halftime. 11-10 Cats lead it. Inbound pass up high. McAfee catches it and scores midair for his first bucket. 12-11 Warren Central leads. But it took until 3:30 for Ant McAfee to get his first bucket in the second quarter. Cats trying to break the pressure. They do with a behind-the-back dribble from Cam Ray into the front court. Being pressured tightly by Gavin Carter. The sophomore averaging 6.6 points per game, making just his 6th appearance of the year. Ja'Kai Partinger, left side, another 3. That one goes all the way around and out. And it's rebounded by Warren Central. Dragons want to run with Holbert. Now holds it up top of the key. Thought about a triple, but Brody picks him up, and it goes to McAfee. Down low, back to Kirk. Hits a cutting McAfee, who scores on the right block. Beautiful 2-man game, and McAfee has 4, as the Wildcats will take a timeout with 2:56 left in this second quarter, trailing it 14-11. Second quarter.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Boys basketball team also playing in that tournament. If they're able to win their opening round game, then instead on Saturday, they would continue to play up at Owensboro. But if they lose on Friday, then the Wildcats will be in action on Saturday. We're hoping for our Saturday broadcast schedule to be another game up in Owensboro, as the Lady Cats open play again 9 o'clock Friday morning. If they win that game, they'll play again on Saturday. Championship game would be on Sunday. So we're hoping that we're up there for 3 games in Owensboro as the Lady Cats try to bring home a 2A state championship. Here at Warren Central High, 2:56 left before halftime, 14-11 Warren Central leads. Ant McAfee with a personal 4-0 run after the 4-0 run to start the quarter for Armani Bird. Those two combining on the season to average nearly 40 points per game. So far, just 8. Wildcats have it out of the timeout. Ja'Kai at half court throws it away, trying to get it to Morris. Up ahead, it's lost initially, but chased down by Kirk, who's able to score. And takes a team high now with 6. Warren Central on a 6-0 run. They lead at 16-11. Cats having some trouble with this full court pressure from Warren Central. Xavier Hampton in for the first time. He loses it top of the key, taken away by Johnson. Gets to the right block, missed the layup, but there for the putback is Kirk. 18-11 now Warren Central. Cam Ray, nice find underneath the Logan Morris. Fakes once, and he scores his second bucket of the game.
Logan Morris.
Central pushing quickly the other way. They give it out to Johnson. Now up top, they leave McAfee open for 3. Can't do it. He'll make you pay, and he does. And just like that, Ant McAfee's got 7. 21-13 now the score. Dragons up by 8. Ray, left side, spin to the left, he's trapped, trying to get to the corner, can't do it, ball stuck on a behind-the-back dribble, now finally collects it, being grabbed from everywhere, lost it, got it back on the baseline, surrounded by 3 defenders, gets rid of it to Kai. Now to McAllister, up top to Xavier Hampton, Morris drives in, got to the bucket, but they call a foul on the floor before he could shoot it against Warren Central.
Foul charge Warren Central number 5, KJ Johnson, his second, team second.
Second against KJ Johnson, and a lot of what Warren Central has done in this game, I think that from an outside perspective, while the offense has not looked 100%, they're trying to get Johnson integrated, playing in his first game of the season. The junior's been running a lot of the point in this ball game. He's played a lot in this first half. As McAllister will inbound from underneath after the foul, checking his options, throws it up high for Morris, 8 feet from the basket, middle of the key, spins to his right, tries to go up and under, foul down there, splitting a double team, and he'll have a pair of free throws.
Warren Central number 1, and McAfee, his first.
Foul called against McAfee, it's his first. Both teams with 3 fouls with 1:23 left in this opening half.
Simpson number 30, Logan Morris.
Logan 7 for 18 at the free throw line this season. First of these 2 is good. The shot has improved as the year has gone on. He has improved drastically as the season has gone on. His numbers are going to continue to go up. Had 4 points, 6 rebounds against Russellville. 6 points the game before against South Warren, and that was after the career-high 10 against Greene County. Second free throw rattles off, and it's rebounded down low by Jalen Bird for Warren Central. Gives it off to Holbert, and it's a 7-point Dragons lead. 1:15 left before the half. Gavin Carter, top of the key, gets stuck with it and traveled. Ran into the Wildcat pressure and just took an extra step with it. Morris comes out, Allen Johnson in. Cats down by 7 with only 4 points combined from Ja'Kai Partinger and Cam Ray. It's Brody and Logan Morris, each with 5. Cross-court pass, that's stolen away. Dangerous to do against this team. Jalen Bird has it, sends it up ahead. Carter, and he's fouled in transition by Kamari Phillips. 2 free throws on the way for Carter.
Foul charge of Franklin Simpson, number 5, Kamari Phillips. His first, team's 4th. Cash Carter at the line.
Gavin Carter, his official name. Here at Warren Central, they call him Cash, and he's Cash Money on the first free throw. Making just his 6th appearance of the year, missed the first half of the season and then some, averaging about 7 points per game. 4 for 9 from three-point range, now 6 for 12 from the free throw line in his brief season. Scored in double figures once with a season high of 11. Takes a dribble, spins it, one more bounce, fires up the free throw. That one misses, so he lives up to the at least short-term average. Rebounded by McAllister, and he's fouled from behind by McAfee. His second foul in this first half. Well, actually, I'm not sure how they get that on Jalen Bird. It was McAfee who was behind him, but they call it against Jalen Bird. So it's the first on Bird, and McAfee avoids the early second foul. Wildcats get it back, a minute left to work with, down by 8 before halftime. McAllister and Partinger pass it back and forth. Now it goes over to Cam Ray into the front court, cross court, back to Ja'Kai on the left wing. Tries to go up top, Johnson, and it's knocked out of bounds into the scorer's table by Jalen Bird. 47 seconds left before halftime. Cats with 5 points in the opening quarter, 9 in the second. Warren Central with 6 in the first quarter. They've scored 16 in the second frame. Down low, Morris, drop step, trying to work against McAfee. Has the first try blocked, got it back, but trying to save it out of bounds off a deflection was Johnson for Warren Central. Couldn't control it, and the Wildcats will keep it underneath with 33 seconds to work with. Ready to inbound. McAllister, Johnson, Morris, and Partinger on the floor for the Cats. Johnson tries to go through a pair of screens. Now it goes to Morris on the baseline. Faces up against McAfee, puts it on the floor. Kicked it out to Johnson, who missed the 3, but it won't called before the pass. Central will have exactly 30 seconds to work with as Easton Kelly comes in for the first time.
Wildcats number 10, Easton Kelly.
And Johnson checks out. Kelly making his 10th appearance of the season, 8 points, hit a three-pointer against Russellville, his second of the season. Cats need to defend for 20 seconds. McAfee deep left wing, sends it into the corner. Johnson looks at the elbow at Carter, doesn't give it to him, instead it goes right wing Holbert. Now left side Johnson, extra pass. McAfee, left corner 3. He scored 10 in the quarter.
And McAfee
25-14 Warren Central. Jakai, 5 seconds to work with. Gets caught between a double team, flips it to Cam. 2 seconds, one. Ball on the floor. Ray just throws it up at the horn, and it's left, well, short. Offensive struggles continue for Franklin Simpson, but Warren Central picks up the pace as Ant McAfee, their star, gets going with a pair of threes and 10 points in the second quarter after a scoreless opening frame. He and the Dragons lead it 25-14 at the halftime break. After that second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. At Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Wildcats and support all the players and coaches eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. We'll take a break.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Join us for a magical day at the FSHS Princess Tea on February 15th. Meet your favorite princesses and beloved Disney characters in person. Each ticket comes with a special princess swag bag filled with enchanting surprises. And that's not all. Your ticket includes one free ticket to the FSHS production of The Little Mermaid, an unforgettable experience. Click the QR code now to purchase your tickets today and make memories that will last a lifetime. See you at the Princess Tea.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
What makes us special is that we look for the story when it comes to our customers.
Just listening to them, talking to them, figuring out a little bit about their background. A larger bank is not going to ask you those questions to figure out the end goal for you.
We stuck with Franklin Bank and Trust for over 10 years, easily because of the service.
I like to think of us more than just checking accounts and loans and things, but dreams and goals and aspirations is what we're trying to help people reach.
Franklin Bank and Trust, hometown banking at its best.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
The MVP of the Kentucky Christian Schools State Tournament as he led them to a state championship, committed to Bellarmine earlier this year, or earlier in this basketball season back in December. Scoreless until the 3.5-minute mark in the second quarter. From there on, he scores 10 points, went on a personal 4-0 run with a couple of twos, then hit back-to-back threes to end the quarter. The only 2 3-pointers made for Warren Central in this opening half, and realistically, if you told Coach Spencer, hey, McAfee's got half of his average, they've only made 2 3-pointers as a team in the opening half, you would be really, really happy with the opening half of defense that you played against this Warren Central team that's only got 25 points. They average 70 per game on the season. They make 9 3-pointers per game. I mentioned this earlier. They're coming off their worst 3-point shooting game of the season against Greenwood last week in what was still a district win, 62-52 against a really good Gators team that is going to contend against those top 2, Warren Central and Bowling Green, in that 14th district. But the Dragons just go 3 for 17 from outside in that game. That was also played here on Tim Riley Court. They've only made 2 3-pointers so far in this game. Really haven't looked too much for their shot from outside. They've looked more so to take advantage of the size mismatch they've got with the likes of Jarrett Kirk down low, who's got 8 points in this ball game. He's been the steady Eddie for Warren Central offensively. 4 points in the opening quarter, 4 points in the second quarter, and he scored those 4 in the first quarter when he had 4 of the 16 points for Warren Central. They led it 6-5 after the opening frame, and still, like I mentioned, only had 10 points with 3:30 left in the second quarter, but from there on a 15-3 run to end the first half, and they lead at 25-14 through the first 16 minutes. Armani Bird with 4 points, 2 points for Dominique Anthony, and a single point for Gavin Carter rounds out the scoring for Warren Central. They make those 2 threes and go 5 for 6 at the free throw line as a team. On the other side for Franklin Simpson, Logan Morris and Brody McAllister tie with the team high with 5 points. You wouldn't have expected that coming into this one. Brody on the season averaging 3.5 points per game. He scored in every single game for Franklin Simpson. He's been as consistent as it gets. Morris also averaging 3.5 points per game, but just continues this great stretch over the last 3.5 games as he just continues to improve and blossom. He's one of those players, I know that you look at the roster, it says he's a senior, but spent most of his time playing JV at Greenwood before he transferred over here to Franklin Simpson. He's learning to make this adjustment to playing so many minutes and doing it at the varsity level, and he's just going to continue to grow and be such an asset down low for Franklin Simpson as the season goes on, especially when we get into district play. And the Wildcats are going to need him against the likes of Russellville like they needed last night in that district opening 60-53 win. They're going to need him against Logan County and their star big in Samson Hightower, and they're going to need that size against Todd County Central as well in this district. Just 4 points combined from Ja'Kai Partinger and Cam Ray. 3 for Kai, 1 for Cam, after they combined for 30 last night against Russellville. 15 points apiece. Notably, Ja'Kai Partinger hits another 3-pointer. He's now 7 for 33 from outside on the season. And I mentioned this breakdown in the pregame. So much of what he's done from outside has come as of late. Realistically speaking, the three-pointer was a total non-factor for Ja'Kai before this latest stretch of games. Now, over his last 4 games in this half, he's made 6 3-pointers. 6 3-pointers. And keep in mind, the first 10 games of the season, or the first 8 games of the season, Ja'Kai made 3 3-pointers. So he's really kicked things into gear from outside, and the efficiency has ticked up as well for him across the board. Scored 15 or more points in 3 of his last 4 games. Coming into this one, we need a great second half to get to that mark again. He is, I think, in line for a really good second half of the season. I think this Franklin Simpson team is as well. I know the record is one thing, 4-8 on the year, but this is the 3rd team when you look at the rankings. These are done by the Courier-Journal. They bring in different media members from across the state to collect these rankings. They put together a top 15 high school teams in the state for the boys and the girls. The Lady Cats rank number 3 right now in that Courier-Journal top 15. On the boys' side, Franklin Simpson has played against 3 of the top 15 ranked teams in the state of Kentucky. Warren Central ranked number 11. Greene County currently number 10, and Bowling Green is number 15. These aren't teams that were ranked, at the time that they play. I know that's a thing that pops up in college sports. You get a win over, a preseason ranked team that falls out of the top 25 as the season goes on. These are teams that are currently ranked in the top 15 of the state. The Wildcats have had to go up against it, and Greene County in particular, Franklin Simpson went to battle with a Greene County team that, just like this Warren Central team, had only lost one time on the season. Wildcats only trailed that game by 9 at the end of the third quarter. They were down by 1 after the opening quarter, had the pace going exactly how they wanted it to go, 6-5 ball game, but they trail it 25-14 here at Warren Central High School as we get set to start this third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. As a former athlete at FSHS, Tanner Clark knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues that you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done, Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Dragons will have the ball to start this second half, leading at 25-14 over Franklin Simpson in this Region 4 matchup. Central yet to lose within the region this year. Ball gets to the left block with Holbert, misses the short shot, but the follow is up and good for Armani Bird, who's got 6 points. And it's 27-14 Warren Central. Dragons averaging 36 rebounds per game on the season. They've had their way on the glass, and they've had their way on the offensive glass in particular. Ja'Kai Partinger, left wing, gets the elbow. That's his spot, that's his shot, and that's a make. 5 points now for Kai. Quick answer, and it's 27-16. Holbert leaves it up top. Quick trigger three from the top of the key is missed by Bird. Rebounded down low by Brooks for Franklin Simpson, and he's fouled by Anthony. If you're the Wildcats, of all the people that you're content with shooting it, Armani Bird doesn't rank high on that list, of 41% shooter from outside on the year, but it's a team that shoots 42% as a team, so you'll take the miss. Kai brings it across half court, now holds it up deep on the left wing, double team, but gets it off to Cam. To Cole Scher at the elbow. Jameer Brooks right wing, down low Morris, turns, fakes once, was able to get the defender in the air, missed the first try short. Second attempt is blocked away, and it's rebounded by Holbert. Logan's done a really good job on the boards in this ball game, but hasn't been able to convert as many times as he'd like to. Left side, this time Bird makes. Third three-pointer of the game for Warren Central. First for Bird, he's got 9, and it's 30-16 Dragons. 14-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Partinger, right side, between the legs dribble. Sends it cross court to Ray on the left wing. Goes down low, Morris pulls it out to the baseline. Faked it pass to Brooks, now to Kai. Top of the key, fakes the three, fires up a right elbow jumper over Bird. Missed it, rebound fought for, and they'll say it was last touched by Morris, who was battling with Kurt down there on the baseline. So Warren Central will have it up by 14. Pace is picked up here to start this second half. 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Holbert takes his time, bringing it across half court. Ray picks him up near that half court stripe. Working left to right, now pulls it up at the elbow. Caught on the wing by Ray, and it goes into the corner. Beautiful entry pass down low to Kurt. It was Bird that made the pass, put it where only Kurt could get it. He's into double figures with 10, and it's 32-16 Warren Central. Just nothing Kai could do down there that time. Brooks on the right wing, has it in the front court to Cam Ray. Left side, gets all the way to the rim. Scoop layup, good at the left block. McAfee tried to catch him from behind, couldn't do it. And Cam gets his first field goal of the game with 5:48 left in this third quarter. That's brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Call them at 270-586-9899 or pay a visit, 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. Quick timeout call by the Wildcats. 5:48 left in this third frame. 32-18. Central already jumped out with 7 points in the quarter. They scored 19 in the second quarter after scoring just 6 in the opening frame. Wildcats 5 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, 4 so far in this third quarter. Third quarters have, for the most part, treated Franklin Simpson pretty well over the course of the season, at least until we got to the last two games. Russellville was able to win that third quarter battle, 17-14, and it was really the swing quarter in the game against South Warren. The Spartans scored 21 points in the first half, had 19 in the third quarter. before exploding for 23 in the final frame. Out of the timeout, McAfee tries a three for Warren Central. It misses, but the rebound is collected down low by Kirk, and he's fouled on his putback try by Brooks.
Foul charge of Franklin Simpson, number 0, Jameer Brooks. His third.
Derek Kirk already with 10 as he goes to the line for 2 free throws, averaging 13 per game. His double-digit streak does continue to 6 straight games, and he's also done it now in all 6 games against Region 4 opponents. He's averaging about 15 points per game in those 5 games. He misses the first of these 2 free throws. 58% shooter on the season. Leads them in rebounding with 8 per game on the year. Missed both free throws here, but the rebound is tipped out by McAfee, and Holbert chases it down 5 feet off the top of the key. Down low to Kirk again, and Ray wraps him up from behind. I mean, that's maybe 8 or 9 inches that Cam is giving up in that matchup. Second foul on Ray, second on the Wildcats in the quarter. Central inbound from underneath. They go to Kirk at the left elbow. Now goes over to McAfee. Jabs against Partinger, sends it over Holbert. Down low, Kirk. Hits a cutting McAfee who splits 3 defenders, packed in the paint, and scores. And McAfee now with 12, and it's 34-18 lead back out to 16 for Warren Central. Partinger picks up his dribble in the backcourt, gives it to Brooks, still haven't gotten across half court, but they do it with a bounce pass to Partinger on the left side. Drives to the wing, has it knocked away, stolen by McAfee. In transition, Anthony goes at Brooks and scores.
15, Dominique Anthony.
Anthony, a junior, averaging 6 points per game. He's got 4 tonight, and the lead is up to 18. Ray gets it down low, fakes once, nearly slipped and lost his footing, but able to control himself. Makes the layup. Cam up to 5, 4 in the quarter, and it's 36-20. Good to see Cam get going offensively. Holbert brings it down. Nice skip pass, but unable to control it at first was Kirk. And he pulls it out from the lane to the top of the key, but they say he double dribble.
Call on Warren Central.
It was a beautiful find from Holbert, who really hasn't looked for his own shot at all in this ball game. His scoreless so far has just been running this offense, which is what he does so well. He averages 8 points, super efficient player. 59% field goal percentage, exceptional for somebody under 6 feet tall, to go along with a 63-point percentage. As Franklin's first attempt at the inbound is batted out of bounds, and the second one is nearly stolen away, but Brooks is able to take it away from Bird. Jameer gets up to the right wing, and down low gets a blocking foul called against Anthony.
Foul charge to Warren Central, number 15, Dominique Anthony.
That's his third. Second of the quarter on Central. Franklin Simpson also with 2. 4:23 left in the third. Cam will inbound underneath for the Wildcats. Tried to go into the corner. Open there was Kai. But McAfee wrapped around the paint, got one of those long arms out, and batted it out of bounds. So the Cats will try again. Goes down low, Scherer. He's got 4 defenders around him, and it's knocked away and stolen by Bird. Up ahead, McAfee in transition. 2-handed jam. The bench comes to life. The crowd comes to life. And it's been all Warren Central in this third quarter. McAfee's now got 14 for the game, 4 in the quarter. Left side, Partinger off the dribble, tries the 3. It's short and going to bounce out of bounds and go back to Warren Central with 3:58 on the clock.
And for Warren Central, number 2, Cash Carter. Number 5, KJ Johnson.
38-20 is the Warren Central lead after the dunk by McAfee,
23, Burley McAllister,
who will stay in
Alan Johnson.
as Bird and Anthony come out. Johnson back in, as well as Gavin Carter and Jalen Bird, as Kirk, Armani Bird, and Anthony go out. Holbert and McAfee the only ones to stay on the floor. McAfee has it up top, gives it over to Carter. Now up top, Holbert. Right side sends it over to Johnson. Tries to get on the baseline, but Kai kicks it. And Warren Central will inbound from the far sideline. On the floor for Franklin Simpson, Ja'Kai Partinger, Alan Johnson, Logan Morris, Brody McAllister, and Cam Ray. Holbert gets the inbound pass, backcourt. Brings it up and picked up by Cam about 5 feet off of half court. Goes into the left corner. Johnson's going to fire up a 3. Johnson's going to hit a corner 3.
KJ Johnson.
First appearance of the year and gets his first bucket of the year. Has been hunting that shot, missed a few in the first half. That time buries the 3, and it's 41-20. McAllister gets the pass from Partinger, gets it to Ray, and he breaks the press. Down low, tried to bounce pass it to Morris, but it hits the knee of McAfee and goes out of bounds underneath. 41-20 now. The Warren Central lead is up to 21. Dragons on the season have an average margin of 23 points per game. That's not just their wins. That includes their one loss. Overall, a net plus 23 per game. That is third in the state of Kentucky. Foul called underneath before the inbound on Johnson. That's his third. Wildcats will try it again to no avail, and here come the Dragons the other way. Hulbert puts it on the floor. Had a man open in the corner, instead goes to McAfee, top of the key. Picks it up on the elbow, out to Johnson. Fakes a pass down low, now to McAfee. Sends it over Hulbert. Off a screen, flares Johnson left corner. Goes down low. Jalen Bird, beautiful find to the opposite block. That looked like the Franklin Simpson Lady Cats. Big to big, block to block. And McAfee, the beneficiary, he's got 16 now. And all 16 happening since the 3:30 mark in the second quarter. Johnson, top of the key, three. Missed it off the right side, and McAfee chases down the rebound in the corner. Gives it off to Hulbert, who sprints across half court, picked up by Partinger at the top of the key. Goes on the left side. Now they get it into the corner to Bird. Back out Hulbert. Fakes the pass right side. Drives left, spins back right. Now hands it off to Carter. To Johnson. Now back up Hulbert to McAfee. Quick trigger three. Heat check. He's hot. Buries it from the right wing, right in the face of the defender. Automatic catch and release. It's 46-20 Warren Central. Kai brings it across half court. Throws it on a jump to Ray. Caught up with a corner trap, and they say he stepped out of bounds on the sideline in front of the Franklin Simpson bench. The Dragons have already scored 21 in the quarter. They've looked much more like themselves offensively in this third quarter. They've made 3 3-pointers up to 5 for the game. 4 off their average of 9. As Cam and Logan Morris come out, Kamari Phillips and Cole Scherer in. Hulbert brings it back up for Warren Central. They flare McAfee off a screen. He's guarded now by McAllister. Goes down low to Bird. Now they whip it around the perimeter, opposite side to Johnson in the right corner. Looks down low at McAfee, instead puts it on the floor. Tries a couple of crossovers. Now back to McAfee, right corner. Up top, Hulbert. Now left side, Bird. Ball moving quickly right now for the Dragons. This is how Coach Unsold likes his offense to operate as they get it down low to Carter, and he's fouled from behind by McAllister. Was able to shield off Brody. Was a great entry pass as well. McAllister tried to recover with the block from behind, but caught some wrist. And it will be 2 free throws for Gavin Carter. 1 point in that opening half. Split a pair of free throws as they get the second foul called against McAllister, and his first free throw is good. Carter taking his time, holds the ball in his left hand, takes 2 dribbles with the right hand, spins it in the left, another dribble in the right, now fires up the free throw, and it's good. 3 for 4 at the stripe. He's got all his points there, and it's 48-20 Dragons. Franklin Simpson struggling to break this Dragon press as they do with Scherer at the top of the key. Bobbled it, lost it, got it back. Allen Johnson all alone right corner. That's how you break the press. Allen Johnson buries the 3. His first one of the night. He's hit 3 in back-to-back games coming into this one. For Allen, it's 3-pointer, number 19 on the season. McAfee gets inside and fouled on the drive. Awkward landing, but quick to get up. Helped up by Kamari Phillips.
Foul charge of Franklin Simpson, number 20.
As they get the third foul called against Brody McAllister. Ant McAfee will take his first 2 free throws of the game for a 6'5 player that scores so many points. He's rarely at the line. These will be just his 20th and 21st attempts of the season. Makes the first of these 2, and he's officially hit 20 points for the 10th time this season.
Along with number 0.
This is their 14th game. All 10 have come in the last 13 after you wouldn't really have known what to expect from McAfee. Coming in from a Christian school and Legacy Christian Academy as he makes the second free throw and checks out of the ball game for Armani Bird. He came in from Legacy Christian Academy here in Bowling Green and only scored 2 points in his opening game against Owensboro. But he has taken off since. Phillips, left wing, right side, Ray into the corner. Johnson going to try another 3-pointer. Same spot, different result. Missed it off the heel, and the rebound is collected by Bird. They work it up ahead quickly to Johnson. Thought about a right wing 3, instead leaves it behind. Now gets it right back. fakes a pass. Johnson inside, whips it out. Right elbow jumper on the way is buried. Carter gets his first field goal to go. He's got 5 points now for the night, one off his average. And the lead is 52-23 for Warren Central. Left corner, Johnson fires another three. This one misses short. Sharon trying to chase down the rebound, can't do it. And it's out of bounds on the baseline. The Dragons had 25 points at halftime. They've scored 27 in this third quarter. McAfee with 11 of them. He's up to 21 for the game. Bird is just off double figures with 9. Kirk has 10. Ball in the left corner now with Johnson. Goes cross court. Carter right corner. 2 seconds left in the quarter. Fires it up right before the horn. And a fitting in for Warren Central in this offense as Gavin Carter buries the mid-range jumper. 54-23, the Warren Central lead as we head into the final quarter. They rip off 29 points in the third, outscoring Franklin Simpson by 20 in the third quarter. They lead it 54-23 heading into the final quarter. Again, that third
special is that we look for the story when it comes to our customers.
Just listening to them, talking to them, figuring out a little bit about their background. A larger bank is not going to ask you those questions to figure out the end goal for you.
We stuck with Franklin Bank and Trust for over 10 years, easily because of the service.
I like to think of us more than just checking accounts and loans and things, but dreams and goals and aspirations is what we're trying to help people reach.
Franklin Bank and Trust, hometown banking at its best.
Just a 30. (54-23) our score as we get set to start the final quarter of play here at Warren Central High School. The Dragons make 3 3-pointers in that third quarter. They score 29 points after scoring 25 in the first half. They force a turnover against Franklin Simpson to start the fourth quarter. Coming the other way, a transition bucket and the foul for Cash Carter. Gavin is legal name. They call him Cash around here. He had 1 point in the first half, scored 6 in that third quarter. With the bucket and the chance of the line, he'll have an opportunity to get into double figures with a lead now 56-23 Warren Central. 21 points for Ant McAfee leads the way for the Dragons. And they're actually going to change this foul call to an intentional foul, which means not just is it the one foul for Carter, but KJ Johnson will get to take 2 extra free throws with the intentional foul. He makes the first, and if the second falls, that will put on the running clock for the final 7:47 of this ball game. He does just that. 5 points for Johnson in his debut this season. Wildcats have 4 different players with 5 points tied for the team lead. Cam Kai, Logan Morris, and Brody McAllister. A 3 from Alan Johnson, the other points on the scoreboard. Inbound pass comes in underneath to Kirk. Leaves it off on the baseline for Anthony. And as he was trying to wrap around and kick it outside, a 3-second call down low against Kirk, who was camped down there and never got out. So they get the 2 intentional free throws. Carter doesn't get to take his free throw to try to get in the double figures. He's stuck at 9. He and Armani Bird at that number for Warren Central. Kamari Phillips right side tries an elbow jumper for Franklin Simpson. Missed it, but Ja'Kai Partinger fouled going in for the rebound. And he was really trying to put back there. We'll see if they give him the 2 free throws. The foul is called against Carter. It should be a shooting foul, and it is, as Ja'Kai Partinger will take his first 2 free throws of the game. Franklin Simpson just 4 free throws attempted so far in this ball game, all of them in the opening half. They went 14 for 17 against Russellville at the free throw line. as Ja'Kai makes the first of these two. Back-to-back games, they'd been in double figures with free throw attempts. Went 11 for 20 against South Warren. Now 3 for 3 on the season when hitting double-digit free throws. They're just 3 for 5 tonight after the first one from Kai Falls, but good to see him continue to knock down those free throws as he makes the second as well. He's 2 for 2 at the line with those 2 attempts. Was 5 for 6 last night against Russellville. And that was after he went 5 for 5 at the free throw line against South Warren. (58-25), Warren Central has it. 6:50 left in the ball game. Left side, Johnson fires up a 3. That misses off the left side. Rebound batted out. It was Anthony that last touched it for the Dragons, and Franklin Simpson will have it. Down by 33, but even though you get that number, the magic number is 35 for that running clock. Even when you get it back under that, the clock continues to run. As Brooks will walk it up for the Wildcats against this Warren Central full-court press. Pass deflected, trying to get it to McAllister. He collects it, but still got to get it across. Floats it up to Brooks. Lost his shoe. Still has the basketball. And Coach Spencer's trying to take a timeout. And the official will thankfully take one for Jameer, who lost his shoe but was still able to jump up and control the basketball. Now the Wildcats will inbound from in front of their own bench. McAllister quickly gets it into Phillips. Right back to Brody. Right corner, double team, sends it up to Xavier Hampton. Left side, Jameer Brooks fires up a 3. This one misses long. Rebound tipped up, nearly went in as Kelly was just able to get a hand on it. It was batted back to him by McAllister, then knocked away by Warren Central, and here come the Dragons. Ball goes right corner, quick trigger 3. Bird all the way around and down. Armani Bird into double figures with 12. 5th time he's scored at least 10 this season. 61-25, Warren Central, 5:45 left. Brooks double teamed, and they're going to get a foul called in there against Carter. Second of the quarter against Central. It's the second for Carter tonight. McAfee's going to check back in for the Dragons, sitting on 21 points. And Ian Daniel will come in for the first time as well for the Dragons. Averaging 5.4 points per game. When he gets in there, he fires it up from 3. 13 for 39 from outside. McAllister inbounds to Phillips, gets it right back. Then goes right back to Kamari, cuts in, feeds it out right corner. Hampton puts it on the floor, got inside but lost it, and it's picked up down there by Anthony. Up ahead, Johnson into the left corner. McAfee fires up a 3, missed it long. Rebound, though, is pulled down by Johnson, who lost it out of bounds. Back to Franklin Simpson with under 5 minutes left in the ball game. Brooks has it for FS to McAllister. A lot of this game for Wildcats offensively has been spent in the backcourt just trying to figure out this press for Warren Central. Kelly gets inside, tries to fire it out to the corner to Brooks, and it's deflected out of bounds. We'll stay with Franklin Simpson with 4.5 minutes left. Dragons going to move to 13-1 on the season as they gear up for that game Friday against Bowling Green. Phillips right side fires up a 3. That one off the heel, no good, but Brooks pulls down the offensive rebound. Just took it away from McAfee. Out to McAllister, fakes a pass, now gives it back to Brooks. Jameer puts it on the floor, gets in the paint, and sends it back out to Hampton. Now McAllister, left wing against McAfee. Fakes left, spins back right, fires up the jumper, missed it long, but another offensive rebound for Jameer, who's able to score this time with the left hand. First bucket of the night for Jameer Brooks, and he earned that one with multiple possessions added with the offensive rebounds. And the score now 61-27 with 3:45 left. Left side, all alone, Ian Daniel for a 3, hit every part of the rim and came off, but it's rebounded down low and put back up and in by Isaac Stroh in for Warren Central. Senior averaging 1.5 points per game, makes it 63-27. Beautiful find, one-handed bullet to a cutting McAllister from Jameer Brooks. Brody drops it in. He's got 7 that ties Kai for the game high and ties his performance from last night for his season high. His career high came last year with 9 against Portland. 10-foot jumper taken and missed by Anthony. Down low, rebound is pulled down by Stroh, but he's fighting with the Wildcats. Jump ball called, and the arrow will keep it with the Dragons.
At Warren Central, number 14, Randall Holbert. Number 2, Cash Carter.
Randall Holbert, the freshman, checks in. The younger of the two Holberts, Ryan, the junior, the starter.
For Franklin Simpson, number 20, Caden Brewer.
Randall checks in for the first time, and as Brody comes out, we see for the first time for Franklin Simpson. Charles Davis, ball knocked away. Here comes Kamari Phillips the other way. He lost it, and it's stolen away by McAfee. Ball goes up ahead. Here comes Ian Daniel in transition. Right block layup missed, but he's fouled from behind. So it'll be 2 free throws for Ian Daniel, looking for his first points of the game.
Foul charge of Franklin Simpson, number 0, Jameer Brooks. His 4th, team 2nd. Ian Daniel at the line.
Wildcats with just 27 points so far with 2:05 left in this ball game as Daniel's first free throw misses short. This will be the 3rd time this year that FS has been held under 40. The other 2 times both came down at that Christmas tournament in Gatlinburg against really good teams. Got held to 17 by a team from New York, 37 by a team from Alabama, as Daniel was able to make the second free throw at 64-27. Brooks gives it to Phillips. Now right side it goes Xavier Hampton. Got caught as he was looking to drop it off to Kelly, but took an extra step before he could. Cats continuing to try to bring in the subs before they can. Aunt McAfee sets up for a corner 3 and knocks it down. He's up to 24 for the game. He's made 4 3-pointers. The rest of the team, just 3 of them, as Kelly is caught in the corner, and they're going to get a foul down there. He was triple teamed. Foul goes against
Stroh. His 1st, team's 3rd. And for Franklin Simpson, number 4, Blake McPherson.
And for the first time this year for the Wildcats, they announce as Blake McPherson. I promise you that's not Blake McPherson. Easton Kelly, we know who he is. Gets it off the inbound, goes up, scores, count it, and 1. We'll try to figure out who that is in for Franklin Simpson. That is very clearly not Blake McPherson.
Easton Kelly at the line.
As Easton's free throw takes the bounce, misses, and it goes back to Warren Central in a 67-29 ball game. Holbert brings it across. He fires up a wild shot and is able to draw a foul, so it'll be 2 free throws for the freshman Randall Holbert as they again call the foul on not Blake McPherson.
Randall Holbert at the line.
That is Caden Brewer. That is in for the Wildcats. Let's give proper flowers. And flowers to Aaron Talley for the assist, his first one of the season. I'm sure more to come. First free throw misses for Randall Holbert. Second on its way. That one misses long, and Jameer Brooks is fouled from behind, going up for the rebound. We got 30 seconds left and ticking in this ball game. 67-29 is the Warren Central lead. Dragons are going to be held below their season average if there's any consolation prize for Franklin Simpson in this ball game. And it feels so strange to see them with 67 points scored when there were only 6 points scored in the opening quarter by these Dragons. They didn't have it on the scoreboard, but they say that's the 5th foul for Warren Central. Now they update it, so actually the clock will stop and Jameer Brooks will take 2 free throws. First one bounces off of both sides of the rim and falls. Jameer now 14 for 20 at the free throw line this season. He's got 3 points, misses the second, so we'll stay at that mark. Clock continues to run, 67-30, Warren Central leads, 20 seconds left, left side. Quick 3 fired up and knocked down by Randall Holbert. He didn't appreciate the free throw misses and instead buries the 3, and they hit the 70-point mark. Brooks brings it the other way, flips it up with the left hand, and he's fouled with 5 seconds left on the clock.
Foul charge of Warren Central, number 10, Isaac Stroh. It's his 3rd.
So the Dragons do hit 70 points for the 10th time in 14 games this season. They've now done it in 5 of their 6 games against region opponents. 70 points and 64 have come in the last 3 quarters, including a 29-point third quarter. First of these 2 free throws misses for Jameer. Wildcats with 9 points in the quarter, ties for their best in this ball game. As Jameer's second doesn't get the bounce, rebounded by McAfee, and that will bring this game to double zeros. 70-32, the final score here tonight, as the Dragons of Warren Central continue their winning streak against these Franklin Simpson Wildcats. Make it 8 in a row the Dragons have won, dating back to the last Franklin Simpson win in 2017. Wildcats fall to 4-9 on the season. Dragons 13-1. Franklin Simpson scheduled to be back in action on Saturday against Warren East. Again, that's up to what the Raiders of Warren East do at the Kentucky 2A tournament in their game on Friday. We'll keep you posted on how that unfolds. Regardless, our next broadcast will be at that 2A state tournament as the Lady Cats play bright and early, 9 o'clock in their opening round game. We'll be on the air at 8:45. Again, your final score here tonight, 70-32. Warren Central takes it over Franklin Simpson. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get you all the final numbers and wrap this one up from Tim Riley Court. You're listening to Franklin Simpson Basketball on 92.3 WFKN. All right.